Hello all, welcome back. I'm playing as the Celts. We are in the UK, and I'm still really annoyed that we didn't manage to make a map where all the European countries were where they should be. I mean, some have definitely worked. You can see Stockholm is where it should be, Copenhagen is where it should be, and I have a feeling that Berlin is where it should be. So some of the European civs, and maybe Lisbon down here as well, some of the European civs have definitely worked, but for some reason the Incan are here, and Genghis Khan is here, and it's just like, no England as well. I am a little bit disappointed about that. I was really hoping to have a little bit of a fight for Great Britain, or not that it's actually helped my playthrough quite massively not having to fight them, so I can't complain. It's just a little bit frustrating nonetheless. So, I mean, but you know what? It gives us an excuse to play the Europe map again, but properly. So, we've had a go with the Celts, we can have a go with someone else next time. But before we do that, we're going to have to actually finish, and from memory, there were sort of three main considerations that we were going to take into play. First of all, we were going to try and settle Ireland, and whilst Ireland only has duplicates of luxuries that we've already got, hello Mr. Truffles, I can hear the squealing in the background, it does have a lot of sea tiles. I mean, we've got 2 pearls, we've got 2 whales. I don't have any whales. Whales would be quite good. So I think with a 3-city placement, we were going to go 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there from memory. I think we'd have pretty much everything we'd need. Would generate a little bit more faith, which would always be good, especially this one. This would generate 3 faith for us. I think it's definitely worth it. So that's option number 1, was to settle Ireland as soon as possible. However, what we were going to do is we were going to build the National College first. We've got 12 turns until we can build that, and actually 12 turns until Inverness is finished. So that is, I mean, that's perfect. Well, 11 turns, 12 turns. It's all kind of just about perfect. So what we'll do is, hopefully, we will get optics next. We're going to get optics within 12 turns. It all works perfectly, do you see? We'll build a few settlers, and we'll send a task force over. We'll bring our warriors over, clear out Ireland, and then we'll have the settlers ready to plot down after Edinburgh is finished for National College. I don't normally build National College on a Liberty playthrough, but it seems perfect. It seems like we're going to make it work. So that I must be appreciative of. We're also going to look to settle the Low Countries, in northern France, maybe the Low Countries down here. It's difficult to see where Germany's land stops and whether there's enough space to settle there. But certainly there's enough space to settle here. And I think trying to take these Jade wouldn't be a bad move at all. And actually, we want to get somewhere there pretty quickly, because, I mean, it looks like the Incans might try and sort of creep over. That's sort of definitely the way they're coming. Oh, actually, no, they seem to be settling south. You can see the 3rd city's kind of just about here. So, we've got options, is what I'm trying to say. So, let's just get started. Remember, you can always let me know in the comments if you think I'm playing the game right or wrong, if you would have done anything differently. I mean, I think the biggest sort of, what do we call it? The biggest turning points of the game so far has been the lack of England in where London should be. Getting an academy instead of getting a great prophet, which, you know, I might regret later on. We've enhanced our religion now, so that's fine, and we're going to get a missionary to spread our religion is just struggling to spread, and I'm worried, because normally our religion would have spread by now. We'd get the early game advantage, but it looks like no one else's religion is spreading as well. It's a little bit of a shame, that. Worker, yeah, do you remember we've got wheel in 1 turn, so we were just moving all of our workers into the cities. You wait there. And we're going to get a really sort of concerted road building effort by everyone. Try and you heal yourself, apart from that. Nothing particularly. And the lack of being able to get the Stonehenge wonder, that was again a bit of the blow. That would have been a nice chunk of faith for us. But that didn't work out, unfortunately. Also, Brussels, still huge. Size 11, I mean, that is a crazy size. I mean, we've got size 8 cities now. We've got food coming into Edinburgh. I feel a little bit better about the fact that it's growing. I realise that it's not growing too quickly, considering it's got 2 trade routes coming in. It's only got 8 food per turn, but I'm happy with that, because it means that we're working all of our production tiles, and we can force ourselves to be able to build things like the Oracle nice and quickly, so I'm actually quite happy with this. There aren't many food tiles that I could be working with. Actually, there's a triple here, 2 triples, including a triple. Oh, you see, with the cows, I feel like the cows should definitely be worked. Does that make a difference? Let's have a look. 23 production. Against 23 production. No! What are you doing, Edinburgh? Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to look at this. I don't trust this at all. Right, default focus. Let's have a quick look and see what happens. So we were on 10 turns, 23 production. I feel that's just not good enough. And why are we not working with triple food tile? I mean, if nothing else, it helps production. Do you know what I mean? We're working a lot of these productions. I feel like I want to force it to work that tile. All we're going to do is just get rid of our production. You know what? No, I'm just going to leave it on default focus for now. A few turns of growth and we should be able to start working more and more bits and pieces. Yeah, we want Edinburgh to be nice and big, definitely. Okay, now we've got the wheel, as we were saying. All we need to do is build roads between our cities. So you go to that, Edinburgh, you build one to Norwich, and then Worker, you build one to London. There we go, look, and we're going to have a road straight down from north to south in the country and sort of looping around. I mean, it could be worth just building a jokey one. Get out of the way, come on, stop it. What a stupid thing. It could be worth building a road just up to John O'Groats, just for the joke of being able to have a road from one end to the other, but potentially not. Potentially that wouldn't be the best thing to do. What was I about to say? I had something really something decent to say, and I've completely forgotten it. Truro, you can start building some settlers for me. I don't mind if that sort of freezes out. Oh yeah, I was going to say, normally on a Liberty playthrough, you have to be very careful on the population size of your cities and keep local happiness under wraps, and that is something we do need to think about. You can see we're only getting 2 local happiness. We've got 29 population unhappiness, so really there's a big discrepancy there. Now, if you remember, we're playing the game, and I've mentioned this many times, on historic mode, which is a mod. It essentially means we're playing on marathon, but with normal build times. If you've never played it before, it does take a while, but it's really good fun. Now, one of the things that historic mode changes, apart from the science times, is it actually tweaks the happiness values of everything that would give you happiness normally. So if it gives you happiness, such as circus, it gives you 1 more than it normally would. So for instance, circus, +3 happiness, which is quite a nice change. Stoneworks, +2 happiness instead of +1. Colosseum, +3. That sort of thing, it all helps. So basically, the game recognises that you're going to have many more turns, and your cities are going to be far more populous than they would normally be, and it gives you a little bit of more happiness to compensate for that. So I'm hoping, once we get a little bit later into the game, we should have enough local city happiness to help us out. We should have 2 from the Pagoda, 3 from Colosseum, which brings us to 5, 1 from the Liberty, which brings us to 6, and it's a good start. We can sort of go from there. The other thing is, I can't remember if it works on special buildings. The Cayley Hall, no, that still gives you 3, unfortunately. Okay, so it doesn't work on that. Pagodas, religious buildings, it only gives you 2 for as well, which isn't so good, but never mind. Send the cargo ship. I know Edinburgh, and we could send it to other cities. We could even get quite a bit of gold per turn. But at this point, while we're building the wonders, it's worth just pumping as much food as we can into Edinburgh, just to get that really rapid start. I mean, look at the speed it's growing. I think it's definitely worth it. Our other plan, there we go, we were going to think about taking Cusco with our triremes. And actually, that might not be a bad idea to do that, or try and do that, before we get into walls. And I don't know if Cusco, it doesn't look like any of the Cusco cities have walls. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to sort of move our triremes down this way. We don't have too many of them. We have enough to make a bit of a concerted task force. We'll see. Well, we'll kind of keep them sort of offshore. I can count 4 here, 5, 6 triremes. It's not going to be enough to take Cusco by itself, but you can see just how many sea tiles it's got that we can attack from. If we build up a bit of a navy, that could be a good strategy. We could give that a go. I'm just going to sort of let you guys see just how long it's taking to render in a turn at the moment. This is why I'm sort of skipping off camera and doing all this stuff so you don't have to watch it. One thing I've got to make sure is that we don't have barbarians plunder. I'll keep 1 trireme just by my cargo ships, just to stop that from being an issue, but we should be, to be honest, we should be alright. I think we'll be okay. Optics, we need to be ready for optics. That's going to be good fun. As I say, if we can have a few settlers ready for when we can sort of go over, that would be good. Right, let's just sort of come around here. I'm just going to have a sneak peek around Cusco's lands, see if I can spot any walls or any... just basically get a gauge of how many troops Cusco has got. If it looks like Cusco's got lots and lots of troops, then we'll kind of be a bit sensible. I've just got to be a little bit sensible here, actually. If I leave my troops too close to Cusco's borders, they're going to get pretty annoyed at me. So I've just got to be a bit careful. It's worth trying to figure out whether it's going to be worth taking, because look, I've got whales, which I don't have, and also lots of crabs. 5 copies of crabs. It would be definitely worth. And look, there's spawning settlers. Maybe it would be worth just sort of handicapping the Incas nice and early. Yeah, I think it could be worth a try. Let me know in the comments. Early wars, what do you think about them? We don't have any siege weaponry. I don't mind going for really early war as long as we do it before the walls. Do you know what I mean? If we hit before walls, I feel that's okay. We also need to be one tile or a few tiles away from the vision. So I think this is where we need to be. Just see, so to territory, you can see from my lands, it shows you one tile away from the end of your boundaries. So here would be fine. And then like to go here. And then there maybe. I think. Potentially. And we can wait there. And there. Yeah, I think these are the places to go. So we've got like lots of triremes in action now. That trireme is going to be 1, 2, 3. That can actually hit next turn as well, which is good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, look, we can reach all of them. I don't know if we're going to have any luck, to be honest. Also, what I'm going to do, this camp is really, really, really annoying me. This is the most pointless tile buy ever. I'm going to buy that tile just to get rid of the camp because it is really annoying me now. Trireme again. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to just keep you offshore and keep you alerted. Worker, you can actually build the road the other direction to help these guys out. We're going to lose a bit of gold whilst the road gets put up. Fingers crossed our gold income should massively spike once it's all done. It could be worth just having a quick diplomatic check to see if we are actually doing anything with the Incans at the moment. No, we're not. That's fine. What do the Incans think of us? They covet my lands. Are they not particularly friendly? Mongolia covets my lands. Well, no surprise there. No one else. Normally, a good sea in between my lands and their lands is a good chunk. A good thing to have. We could launch the attack now. We've got 6 triremes. I think this is a good time as any. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens, shall we? This could be the worst decision in the world, or it could be one of my finer ones. I'm not sure at this moment, but let's give it a try. Here we go. You fool! You have made a terrible mistake. He's not very happy about that. Never mind. And costly attack, but that's fine. 29 damage. Oh, actually, that's not bad at all. Here we go. In there. We can go 1, 2. Oh no, he doesn't quite reach. Never mind. So what? You come in and you wait there, and you hit there, and then you hit there. Okay, cool. It looks like we've got a fairly decent land force. They might take it back. That's the only problem. But it looks like we're going to do a bit of damage beforehand. And to be honest, it's a good thing to do with my triremes. I'm just going to build a few more just in case we lose some. It's likely that we will. We don't need to rush Ireland particularly quickly if we're getting Cusco. So that's fine. Optics will be helpful. In fact, actually, we need to move some of our troops south. Just so I've got a bit of a land force to back up my assault on the Incans. We can only move in a turn or two in 5 turns since we've got optics, but it'll be enough. It'll be fine. Okay, so we lost a trireme. It had a triple attack between Cusco and these 2, what are they called, slingers. But it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't look like the Incans have any boats at all. So we can get away with this attack to an extent. Let's give it a try. Hopefully we can take it. Like so. Yeah, we can. Good. There you go. We're going to puppet it, because always puppet. And fingers crossed, it doesn't look like the Incans have many land troops, melee troops, I should say. Now we're going to lose a few more triremes, but you know what? In this early stage, that's what units are for. We don't mind losing them. We can always build new ones fairly quickly, and we've had a real problem recently with our cities having a little bit of excess production. We don't mind this, to be honest. This is fine. There we go. That barbarian camp is finally down as well. Thank goodness. And then we're going to build a road to London. Let's get this in the... I like the fact that I can wage a war whilst whilst sort of retaining our road building. So there we go. It's not bad. Oh no, you know what? We've cleared we're starting to clear a non-European country as well from Europe. So that's actually, for my OCD, that's quite nice. Now let's see how the Cusco retaliate.